Right here is our shop cat Blackie, one of the shop cats that we have, or probably the best shop cat that we have, the only one that likes to come out and hang out with us. She likes to hang out in her toolboxes and stuff while we're working on cars. It's pretty cool. Right here, this is one of the owners, Lori. This is one of my good friends, Makoa. This is Ren, another worker. This is Makoa's dad, Uncle Troy. This is my mentor, Blake. This is a stopper right here. It stops your car from rolling back and into important things. You know, maybe you have something important behind your car while you're working on it and you don't want it to roll back. So you put one of those behind it just in case. So this is a star pattern. The bolts are called lug nuts. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to take them off with the star pattern. Always use the star pattern, and I'll tell you why. So this is a breaker bar right here. This breaker bar is gonna help us take off the lug nuts. It's gonna give us more leverage. You can also use a torque wrench if you have one. The tool should all be in the back of your truck, like behind the seat. If you have a car or an SUV, they're usually in the very back underneath. You gotta lift up that little black piece and there should be the tire and everything there. So why we use the star pattern? The star pattern is super important because when you're taking off your tire, if you only take off one side of the bolts, the tire's gonna lean. And when you put pressure on it, you can damage your rotors or a bunch of other stuff. Or it could get stuck and then you have to put back on the bolts and pound it out. It's a big problem. So just use the star pattern. The star pattern is always the way to go. While you're also taking off your tire, make sure to position your body sideways like that. That's what I should have been doing before. It gives you like a better sense of balance so you don't fall back or anything when you loosen the bolt. And yeah, like this. This is just me checking to make sure most of the bolts is loose. And because sometimes the bolts can get stuck and then you have to jack back down your car and unloosen them a little bit after, which is absurd, I know, but it happens a lot with older cars, all corrosion. So right here, I'm gonna show you how to jack up your truck, or yeah, right here. So you're gonna wanna put it on the frame, depending on where you're putting it. I'm gonna put it right there because it's closer to the front of the car. That is your frame right there. So I put a piece of wood on top of it just because my truck is lifted. So I do need something else. So as I'm jacking it up here, I'm checking it and moving it so that it's centered and not off balance. And yeah, once it's in place, you basically just jack it straight up from the ground. So right here, as you can see, I've jacked it all the way, not all the way, but most of the way up. So that way my tire is just off the ground just a little bit and my jack is in perfect place as well. You want to be able to spin your tire, even if you can't put your fingers under it. The reason why you want to lock your lug nuts before you lift it up is because when you lift it in the air, the tire's gonna rotate like that. So right here, this is just taking off the bolts while it's in the air. It's so much easier like this. Like I said before, make sure you, when it's on the ground, you unbolt the lug nuts, but not all the way. Just get them a little loose, basically, so that way you can get them off with your fingers. You're gonna get dirty doing this. The lug nuts will probably be dirty. You can see here the lug nuts got a little stuck. So sometimes that happens and you just gotta grab the tool and get them off. See, right there, that one's a little stuck. So I loosened it and got it. And yeah, that's the star pattern, guys. Hope you enjoyed that part. Always make sure to put your bolts somewhere so you can remember them. Your lug nuts are very important. You want to put them somewhere safe so you don't forget about them. So right here, I just put back on my tire. You just have to fit it onto the spokes. It's pretty easy right there. Put this on top of all the spokes right there. One thing I will say is never sit down while you're working in the car. Always sit how I'm sitting or have one foot up, just in case the car rolls over and tips. You want to sit like this, so that way you can move out of the way, because you don't want to have a car flip on you. That's no fun. So right here, I'm putting on the lug nuts in the star pattern, making sure it's all good, because sometimes when you're putting on your lug nuts, their tire's not pushed back all the way, so you'll see in a little bit. I push back my tire and tighten up my lug nuts to make sure that they're in place. As you can see right here, I'm just tightening them up. I'm a little bit lazy, so I don't want to do it with my hands. So I use the tool and just make sure they're tight before I lower it and torque them down with the breaker bar. Or if you have a torque wrench, you should use that instead, because those are way better. So yeah, just tightening them down, making sure they're all good in the star pattern.
Why must it be? Well, love attack on me. Another love attack on me. You turn your back on me. Got some man a begging, please now. Love attack on me. Another love attack on me. You turn your back on me. Got some man a begging, please now.
Right here, this is what happens when your car's in the air, you try to tighten them, your tire will move. You won't be able to tighten them down. So this is just like a video showing you that. And this is the end. I hope you guys enjoyed. Here's some fun stuff that I got to do while I was at the shop. Got to change some tires. Right here, just putting basically a lube on the tire so we can get the rim in it. So right here is an Audi that we were running a test on to see what was wrong with it, because we couldn't figure it out. So we had to use one of the tablets and plug it in and see what was going on in the motor.